Hello, everybody, and welcome again to mindfuljourneys.biz. If you found us here on YouTube, please know that I also have a website, mindfuljourneys.biz, and also a Facebook page. So you can see these videos on any of those sites. And on my website, I do offer some one-on-one and couples counseling for people that need to take things deeper. And that counseling, we do meditation, reprogramming, and we discuss any problems that you might be having, either some personal growth issues about yourself or some issues you may be having with your partner. So this is part of a 3-part series. We have the wisdom talk, we have the meditation, and we also have this practice. And you can do them in any order, but I would suggest doing the wisdom talk first as we're diving deeply into what do we need this week. So I talked a little bit about our 6 basic personal needs, and those are personal growth, the need for uncertainty or adventure, things that are new, the need for certainty, those are things that make you feel secure. The need for significance, those are things that make you feel important and like you're doing something meaningful. The need for contribution, and that is simply how you walk in the world helping others and what you feel you contribute to society. And finally, one of our most important basic needs is love and emotional connection, and that's simply how we feel loved, how we connect with others, whether that be our partners, our family, our friends, our community, and we all have these 6 basic needs. So our practice today will focus on those needs. So I hope you enjoy the practice. Let's get started. We'll go ahead and walk our way back to a child's pose. Go ahead and bow down over your legs, stretch out your arms in front of you, and place your forehead to the ground. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, sigh everything out. Take another deep breath in, and exhale. Take a deep breath in, and exhale. Go ahead and crawl your arms over to the right side of your mat. And just relax here, draped over your right knee. Walking your hands through the middle, go ahead now and crawl over to the left-hand side. Breathe down into the belly and all the way up through the ribs, through your heart, and exhale out. Crawl your hands back to center. Push up into tabletop and go ahead and lay down on your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And let everything go. Laying your feet out in front of you, arms to the side. Inhale in your belly. Bring the breath up to the ribs, up to the chest, and exhale out through the chest, ribs, and belly. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and stick out your tongue and sigh everything out. Grab your right shin with both hands. Begin to circle your thigh around in one direction. After you've gone one direction, reverse the direction, getting into that deep hip joint. Extend your right arm out to the right. Place your left hand on your knee and take that knee down over into a twist. Feel that gentle stretch all the way down into the lower back. You may want to turn your head to the right and look out over your right shoulder. If it moves you, you can keep your eyes closed through the entire practice. These slower practices are sometimes challenging on a mental level. So give yourself permission to just relax and think about your own personal needs. You probably joined us here today because you have the need for yoga. The first Yoga Sutra talks about how yoga starts right now. It's not something that we start later. It's in this moment that we're practicing yoga. It's a medicine for the mind, for the body, and for the soul. Draw that right thigh into your chest and extend the right leg forward, bringing that left knee towards your chest. Go ahead and rotate your left leg all the way around, getting deep into that hip joint. And then reverse direction. Squeeze that left leg back into your chest. Open the left arm to the side. Place your right hand on your knee and gently roll it over to the side. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The second Yoga Sutra talks about the art of mastering our own mind. And when we are able to meet our 6 basic root needs, we learn that we have mastered our mind because we are focusing our lives around those needs and what most fulfills us. Guide the left knee back up to the center. Grab the left shin. Draw it in. Lower that left leg to the ground. Arms outstretched. Take a deep breath in. exhale. Draw both feet together, soles of the feet touching. Take a deep breath in. Stick your tongue out and exhale. Feel that stretch all the way through the inner thighs into the hips. And if this is too much for you, you can always place blocks right under your knees. The more that we find the balance of our 6 basic personal needs, the more that we can preserve and focus our lives, and that sets us up for a life that we love. Hug your knees into your torso. Go ahead and gently rock and roll all the way up to seated, and then to a supported kneeling position. You can sit on top of a block, whatever feels the most comfortable to you. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, draw your elbows towards each other, circle your hands around in a clockwise direction. A lot of us have issues with our wrists, particularly when we're practicing yoga, and this can just help to relax the wrists and prepare us for those more challenging practices that are a little faster. Reverse direction. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, honorable, compassionate, and to make a difference that you have lived and lived well. And that's Ralph Waldo Emerson. On an inhale, draw your hands into your heart. On the exhale, separate your hands and draw your arms up to the heavens. Then lower them back down toward the ground, touching your fingertips down to the earth. And then draw your hands back to your heart center. A couple more like that. Inhaling your arms up and exhaling your arms all the way around back to center. One more time, draw it up to the sky, separate your hands, and exhale all the way back down. From here, on the inhale, you'll take the right arm over to the right, the left arm over to the left. Stretch your shoulders back, and then bring your hands back towards a prayer. Then go ahead and open the left arm over. Notice my palm is up for the left side. And then rotate your shoulder on the right hand so that it's facing the opposite direction. Expand to the left, and then draw your hands back to the middle. Reach it out to the right and into the middle. Inhale out to the left and exhale back to the middle. Release the hands on top of the knees. We're going to take a few neck stretches. Roll your head to the right on the inhale and back to the middle on the exhale. On the inhale, draw that neck down towards the left and then back to the center on the exhale. Move your chin down towards your chest on the inhale and then back to center on the exhale. Now we're going to just go ahead and circle around, starting to the right on the inhale, front, to the side, and to the back, and then switch directions, left, down, right, and back to center on the inhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Look up on the inhale and chin to chest on the exhale. Right ear, right shoulder, inhale. Chin to chest, exhale. Left ear, left shoulder, inhale. And chin to chest, exhale. Head back up to neutral on the inhale, and then let's go into tabletop. All fours, heart over hands, hips over knees. We'll take a moment in tabletop. On the inhale, cow pose. Pull the heart forward and out. And then child's pose on the exhale. Ride those hips all the way back towards your feet. Inhale, back to cow pose. Look up. And child's pose, exhale, draw back towards your feet. Inhale, come forward, the navel drops down, the collarbones spread. Exhale, glide the hips back into child's pose. Inhale, forward. Draw those shoulders back and exhale, child's pose. One more time. Forward cow. And exhale, child's pose. This time hold in child's pose as your hips draw back toward the heels. Know that security is not the meaning of my life, but is the great opportunities that are worth the risk. Shirley Hofstetter. Go ahead and raise all the way back up to tabletop. Stretch the right foot back. Lean back and forth, rock back and forth onto your right toes. Lift your right leg, drawing that heel to the sky, and then stretch out the left leg in front of you. Left arm in front of you. Draw the left elbow to the right knee on the inhale. On the exhale, stretch everything out forward. Once again, drawing knee to elbow and then stretching out. Other side. Extend that left leg back. Rock back and forth as you stretch your left hamstring. Go ahead and lift your left leg up to the sky and lift the right arm out in front of you, stretching long, opening wide. Robert Ingersoll tells us that we rise by lifting others, touching on that need that we have for contribution. Place your hand and knee back down to the mat. Tuck your toes under and push back into child's pose. Lift your hips up to the sky. Feel the stretch in your calves, your hamstrings. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And just go ahead and do some neck circles. Place your knees down to the ground. Walk your hands slightly forward. And as you bring your hips down towards the ground, press your arms away. Press the hands into your yoga mat. And as you lower down into Chaturanga, Amelia Earhart tells us that adventure is worthwhile in and of itself. Place your hands next to your side ribs. Press into those hands as you lift up into a cobra. And a famous quote from Lao Tzu, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." As you inhale, draw your knees, hips up to the sky, back into a down dog. And think about the miles and miles that you've gone to go to this point in your life. Place those knees back down to the mat. Crawl your knees forward and sit down into a butterfly pose. Place the soles of the feet together. Stretch your head tall. Roll your shoulders back. And then gently fold over your thighs. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And know that as you work towards your own personal growth, growth can be painful. Change can be painful. But Narayana Murthy says that nothing is as painful as staying stuck where you do not belong. From here, press yourself up. Draw your legs out in front of you. Raise your arms up to the sky. Turn your pinky fingers in and fold out over your legs. On the inhale, draw your chest forward, flatten your back. And on the exhale, drape over your legs. Lowering your neck, relaxing your face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And Oscar Wilde tells us that to love ourselves is the beginning of a lifelong romance. And that's where we begin to feel that love and emotional connection, is by loving the self. Once we love the self, we can then reach out to the other people in our lives from a place of great strength and courage. Inhale, rise and sweep both arms all the way up. Exhale your hands down to your sides. Scoot your legs forward and lie down onto the mat. As you lower yourself down to your mat, draw your knees into your chest. Lift your legs up to the sky. Grab the inner or the outer sides of your thighs, your feet for happy baby. Rock back and forth, giving your back, a massage. Draw your knees back in and let everything relax down into Shavasana. Legs feeling heavy, arms feeling heavy. Take a deep breath in and taking your time, exhale. Allow your heart to lift up and fill the space within your body. Close your eyes and take a few moments of silence. Pablo Picasso tells us that the meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. As you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, drawing your focus back into the room. Draw your knees into the chest, squeeze them tightly, and then rock your way up to a seated position. Draw your hands to your heart as we close our practice today. Remember what Helen Keller said: life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Namaste.